What is up, y'all? Today, I will be giving you all my top 10 horror movies of 2024. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm not going to lie, this was very hard to do, man, just because it was so many good horror movies that came out of 2024. And it was just hard to really pick and kind of line them up to the top 10. It's definitely going to be some ones that's in here that's going to shock you. It's going to be some ones that didn't make it that's going to shock you. So without further ado, let's get into my top 10 horror movies of 2024. Coming in at number 10, this movie right here, I was expecting it to not be good. I had low expectations. I didn't like the trailer, but I didn't have nothing to do that day when it released. I said, you know what? I'm going to head to the movies and check this out. And I'm like, wow, I actually did, like things in this movie. I really did enjoy it. I don't know if it was because I actually seen Immaculate before and kind of like similar movies. But coming in number 10, it is The First Omen, guys. I really did like how everything came full circle in the end. Almost like it was like a prequel. It is a prequel, I want to say. And, I really did enjoy it. So overall, my number 10 pick is The First Omen. Amazing acting. A lot of the, music that they used in this was so good. And I really did like a lot of things in this movie. So yes, it's made it to my top 10. Coming in at number 9, speaking of Immaculate, is Immaculate. I really did enjoy Immaculate. It was a good watch. Now, I am, a big fan of religious horror if it's done right. And in my opinion, Immaculate was done right. Sydney Sweeney carried this movie. And man, that disturbing ending, oh my God, that's another reason that kind of just pulled me out the theater just in shock, was the disturbing ending from Immaculate. I definitely really liked the risk that they took in this movie. Very dark, very eerie, and like I said, to see Sydney Sweeney in this type of role, it definitely, showed me how talented she can be. I actually got introduced to Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria, but seeing her in Immaculate is a whole different ball game. Like I said, it was just dark without it being dark type thing. I really did enjoy it. It was a great movie watch in the theaters, and Immaculate is my number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Heretic. So this has Sophie Thatcher in it. I really am growing on Sophie Thatcher. She's becoming one of my favorite actors in the horror world since that movie, The Boogeyman, and seeing her in Maxine. And now she's going to be in a new movie called The Companion. But she did such a great job in Heretic. Now, this movie was another one that I was like, okay, I don't know how I feel about this. The trailer is pulling me in, but it's something that's kind of telling me that's not going to be too good. I went to the theater and I locked in with this, and I had a great time from beginning to end. This was one of the religious horror movies that really did it right. Kind of just focusing on the two sisters that are kind of trying to save themselves and all that craziness, and then they go up to this neighbor's house and they go in there and find out this guy is loony, played by Hugh Grant. And I really did enjoy this. This was a fun movie. I liked it. I loved the final act. I really did. I liked the twists and turns that it took, and it was just a fun movie. Some movies like this can definitely fall flat on its face if it's not done right, but Heretic definitely did that for me. It did a great storytelling. It did some things with the acting, and it did some things with that final act and the score. So I really did enjoy it. And that opening scene is hilarious, man. So I really did love Sophie Thatcher's acting in this, and it made it to my number 8. Next, my number 7. Now, some of you guys might be shocked, but I had such a good time with this. Someone referred this movie to me, and I'm like, okay, a Tubi horror movie is making it to my top 10. How do I feel about that? At the end of the day, you just can't judge it. If you like it, you like it. And this is a movie called Lowlifes. Lowlifes, it's kind of going to be hard to talk about this movie if you haven't seen it. And I want people to go check this movie out, so I don't want to spoil nothing. But it's just based off of, a family in this town, and just things get very crazy, man. And I'm not going to lie, Lowlifes has, one of the craziest twists that I've seen in horror in a while. And I really had a good time with Lowlifes, like from beginning to end. Great movie, very sinister, very crazy. And I haven't seen a movie like this in a while. And since I saw something, similar to like, a Saw or a Hostel, like a brutalness in a movie like this. Besides, like, it's not like Terrifier or brutal, but it just has some stuff going on with it, and that twist is what sells you and pulls you in with low lights. And I really did enjoy this movie. Such a fun time at home, just locked in watching it, and it comes in at my number 7. Number 6 is Longlegs. I really did enjoy Longlegs, and I know some of you all probably have this higher on your list. The reason Longlegs didn't get, you know, higher than 6 on my list is because I really did like the character, Nicolas Cage's character. You know, some people say he came off as goofy and things like that. I just saw the eeriness that Neon was pulling us in with. I really did see that, you know, Oz Perkins. I really did see what they were trying to do with him in the story. Now, I feel like sometimes it was dragging. That's what it was. I feel like Longlegs is good. You know, it's a great film. But at times, it'll drag so much, it'll get me out that moment that I was previously in. But overall, like that final act, you cannot take away from that final act where it kicks up and everything. And, you know, with the daughter. And then, like I said, once we get introduced into Longlegs and then we hear everything that's going on with the story and the lore, that right there is great storytelling. It's like, you know, one of those movies that's kind of like Seven or Silence of the Lambs. It has that feel to it when it comes to like the crime side of things, but I really did enjoy it. It was a cool movie. Was it the best to make to number 1? No, but I will like to see more movies like Longlegs, and I know they got a movie coming out called The Monkey that's in that world, so I definitely can't wait to see the movie The Monkey that comes out early next year. But yes, Longlegs made it to my number 6. Number 5, y'all, we're getting close to number 1. Now this right here is a shocker. Like, it's a shocker. It's a complete shocker. I don't even know how this even, I'm telling you guys, my list is so weird. But Norse Fatu, yes, Norse Fatu made it to top 5. And the reason I said that is because I had so much, like, just, I don't want to see this in my brain. I just had so many feelings that was like, nah, you're not going to go check this out. Having it so low on my list, didn't care for the trailer too much. I'm like, I don't know, man. They're telling the same story, but it was Christmas, and, you know, I was like, bro, I'm gonna go see this, bro. It's kind of rare for you to go see a movie on Christmas night. So I went to go check it out, and man, me and the wife we were blown away visually. Just the sound design, the acting. Oh my God, Willem Dafoe, bro. Ellen was my favorite character. I want to say it was her name, bro. And Bill Skarsgård as Norse Fatu was great. Like, his acting, his look kind of threw me off when he had this motherfucking mustache, how it looked, and it was kind of just there. Like, his mustache was just there. I don't know why, but it was eerie. I'm not gonna lie, it scared me in ways I didn't know I can be scared. Norse Fatu was creepy, the creep factor, those dark, shadowy scenes that kind of makes you wonder what's about to happen, and just how everything looked so gloomy in the town. I loved every scene with the ship. Norse Fatu is my number 5, y'all. If you've seen this movie, you know what I mean. You just gotta accept Robert Eggers' just design with this, man. It was just like, damn. Visually, probably some of the best shit I've seen in a while, for sure. So definitely comes into my number 5. I really did enjoy this movie. My number 4 is Abigail. Yeah, Abigail is my number 4. I really did enjoy Melissa Barrera's performance in this. And Abigail, what was crazy was I knew I was going to like Abigail, but not that much. But I went in the theater. I got some good laughs out of it, some real intense scenes, and just some scenes that kind of just made me feel for characters. I love the actors. I thought when I saw this trailer, like, I'm not going to be investing in no one but like Melissa Barrera and Abigail. But no, I was investing in a lot of people in this, and I really did enjoy it. Like I said, this is one of those movies you literally just turn your brain off and have fun. They're definitely telling a story, but you literally just go in there and just have fun with it. You laugh at the jokes, you like the brutal moments, and you just see Abigail go to town, bro. And the ending is crazy. I wish we could have got a little bit more of that ending throughout the film, like that vibe, but I really did enjoy it. It was a fun watch, and Abigail has made a spot in horror. I see a lot of people that's becoming fans of Abigail now, and they're really wanting more of that. And Melissa Barrera, this is her, you know, next movie she got into after everything that happened with Scream 7. She did an amazing job. So yes, Abigail comes in at number 4. Now my top 3. Lord, top three shifted so bad. But coming in at number 3 for your boy is Late Night with the Devil, man. And look, I'm gonna tell you all, originally I thought Late Night with the Devil was gonna be my number one until these movies start flowing and falling out. But Late Night with the Devil was something just so new, original, and different. And this is one of the movies, as soon as I heard about it, I'm like, bro, I know I'm gonna like this. Because I'm real big into like paranormal and stuff like that. I'm like, I just, it's something about it. Like a talk show host, it's some paranormal type of shit happens, and they just go from there. And I really did enjoy it. I like the twist that they had put out for us. I like how it kicks off and everything. And it was weird because I never thought in my life that I could watch a movie that just based like, it's like just in one TV show auditorium, and I'm like, bro, I'm really invested in this, trying to see what's going on. And I liked how they'll bring the characters out, give them their moment to talk on the situation and their beliefs and things like that. But one thing I will say, if I had to complain, I wish we got a little bit more of Lily. I really did think that girl was real creepy. Like, just the way she looked at the camera and just didn't make no expression, and she's just not blinking or nothing. Like, I damn near think they need to put her in like an Exorcist movie, like, or The Conjuring. She's an amazing actor. Like, she was actually creeping me out the way she stared at the camera. It's like she was staring at my soul, y'all. Y'all know what I mean if I watch Late Night with the Devil. Like, it was like, damn, she's staring at my soul right now. Like, it is crazy. Now, pushing forward, like I said, the ending threw me off. That ending, I did not see that coming, how everything happened with the head splitting, and they kind of just show the backstory and what happened with the wife. I'm like, okay, this definitely is putting it high on my list because it's good storytelling and everything makes sense for me. And it was one of those movies I haven't watched in a while where I have to go back and watch it more than once to make sure I'm understanding what I'm seeing. And yes, Late Night with the Devil did that for me. So it definitely comes in at my number 3. Now, number two, y'all. This one was hard. And I'm going to tell you, I never in my life thought that I will have a Smile movie as my number 2 for the year. That's right. Smile 2 comes in at my number 2. I just watched this movie a couple of nights ago. I didn't go sit in the theaters because that's how much I was just like, no. Look, I'm eating my words right now because I'm like, bro, the trailer looks whack. They got the concert, Sky Rally. I'm like, I don't want to see it, man. I like the first one. I'm like, why would they go that route? And then the trailer came out right after we seen the movie Trap. And yeah, Trap unfortunately didn't make it because I saw that the whole thing unfold in the trailer. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be that. But anyways, I was like, bro, I don't want to see it. It's just like Trap, and I don't like what I'm seeing in the trailer. It just looks too like pop culture or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I don't go see it, right? And so many people are hitting me up like, bro, are you putting out a review on Smile 2? Like, you need to check this out. Because I'm a huge fan of the first one, right? And, you know, people probably like, why didn't you go see the second one? It's because it felt like it was so far apart from the first one. And I didn't think it was going to take that route. But it did. The trailer just didn't show me that it did. So everybody's like, go check it out. And I still didn't listen, right? I had so many opportunities to go see Smile 2. I just really didn't want to see this movie. Couple nights ago, I watched it at home. And I lock in, and it was the same night after Norse Fatu. I lock in, I watch it. Me and the wife watching it. We're so invested. From the moment it opens with Joel, he goes in the house, try to pass it on to someone that, you know, that's not a good person. I'm like, okay, they're kicking up. Really kicking up from the last one. And it just goes from there. We're in Sky Riley's life. And we're just invested in her life and seeing all the trauma she's going through and how this entity is latching on to her. I'm like, this shit is getting so good right now. Like, it had me so invested, bro. And that ending, oh my God, I can't wait for Smile 3. I cannot wait for Smile 3. The way it just ended with the microphone to the eye, and then it's just like this crowd. It's like she's passing on to the crowd. That is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I never thought I would say this, but Smile 2 is my number 2. But I'm going to say this also. It was almost my number 1 after watching. But I'm like, bro, I'm going to calm down for a minute and, you know, really think about my list because I don't want to make a dumb move. I want to look back because I worked very hard on this list this year. I kind of sat back with Letterboxd and everything. So I'm like, bro, and I feel comfortable with Smile 2 being at, you know,
Smile 2.
I mean, fuck. Smile 2 being at number 2. But comment down below. Am I tripping, y'all? Is this so far as my lineup like whack? Like, I don't know what the fuck, like, this is what I feel comfortable with. And I will say this. I'll say it after. But here we come for my number one, y'all. And I'm very comfortable with this. Only competition it will have for me is like that's on its tail is like Smile 2. But my number one for 2024 is Terrifier 3. And I'm going to tell you guys why. Some of you all might disagree, but Terrifier 3 was such a good watch in the theaters, bro. Like, it was such a good watch. And I'm a huge Terrifier fan, so it's like, bro, can you blame me? Like, I'm really invested in Terrifier. Like, since day one, bro. Like, I'm talking the Ninth Circle, bro. All Hallows Eve, and just seeing where Damien's went from now is just amazing. And the quality of Terrifier 3 is just crazy. Like, the story, a lot of people probably don't care for Terrifier because they don't understand the story. But I guarantee you, if you literally sit down and lock into the story, for me, the story starts in Terrifier 2, really. But just knowing everything that's going on with Sienna and Art the Clown and her father and Jonathan, I love it. It's so different. It's a breath of fresh air to horror, bro. And it's risky and bold as fuck. And I like that, bro, because everything that we got this year, pretty much we seen in some different type of form. We've never seen a movie like Terrifier, bro. Like, just Terrifier 3, to be honest, like, he took a risk and made him be involved in the Christmas time. And now it's got the potential to be one of the best Christmas slashers ever. It was #1 horror movie. Like I said, some people might disagree with this one, but I had so much fun with this movie that I still think about it. And I don't collect physical media. Like, I mean, I got some, but I'm not one of those guys that is gonna get steelbook after steelbook after steelbook. Bro, I had to get the steelbook for Terrifier 3 because it's so good. And I think that was the best decision that Damien made, was making Art the Clown be involved with Christmas, bro. Like, and that fucking chainsaw, it was just fun. It was like I literally buckled up in the theaters on the roller coaster and I just went on a ride and I got off and I'm like, damn, that ride was crazy. I like when movies are like that. Like, and Smile 2 put me on that same roller coaster. But I think I think Smile 2 let it up a little bit. Like, off the tracks. But Terrifier 3 stayed on the tracks non-stop. Then it let me off. That's the best way to put it. But overall, like I said, Terrifier 3 is my #1. And I cannot wait for Terrifier 4. And, like, man, thank you to you all. Seriously, 2024 has been crazy, bro. Like, the love y'all been showing to this channel and just me in general. And, like, my Terrifier videos, like, you guys love talking Terrifier with me. I love talking Terrifier with you all. It's always fun just chatting about what can happen next or what we caught in this Terrifier 3 movie. Definitely, man. But this is my top 10. But I also want to say this. A lot of you all told me to watch a movie called The Substance. I have not watched it yet, but once I do, I will definitely let you guys know how I feel about it. I was going to hold off on this review, but I mean, as of now, I'm filming this on 12/28, so I'm like, bro, I have to kind of just hurry up and get my, you know, review out while I have the time, because I got a lot of stuff going on with family and stuff. So I'm like, man, I will definitely talk to the Scary Film once I see The Substance, but I did not get a chance to see it. I heard nothing but great things about it. People actually told me similar to Smile too, so that has me very, you know, curious about watching this, and I can't wait to see it. But here's some honorable mentions that some of you guys might not like, but this is something I had, you know, decent watches with. So my first honorable mention was The Deliverance. It's a Netflix movie about an exorcism. Once again, that's because it's like to my taste of, you know, movies being like paranormal, like The Conjuring, The Exorcist. So The Deliverance. Second, Mr. Crockett from the Hulu. It's a Hulu original, and I really did enjoy Mr. Crockett. Kind of gives you those Candyman vibes, and it was very creepy and stuff like that. I like the story. I like the visuals we seen, and a lot of the puppets and stuff we see at a point. So yes, Mr. Crockett. And my last, I thought this was going to make it to the top 10, but as I keep thinking about it, it just missed the mark, bro. It's sad because Ty West, I love you, man, but it just wasn't like X or Pearl. But Maxine, I had actually a good watch with Maxine, but I had to go out with in 2024 with saying like Maxine was definitely, you know, a fair watch. I liked it, but it wasn't just, you know, the previous films. And some moments were very slow. I feel like Mia Goth as Maxine wasn't focused on a lot, but that's just my opinion, man. I know I'm not tripping. I heard it in the community, and I just wanted to put it on the list because I'm a huge fan of Ty West's work, but this one just fell short for me, and it did not make my top 10. But you guys heard my top 10. Now it's time for me to hear yours down in the comments below. I would love to see them because it's been a crazy year. Thank God for Letterboxd. Man, Jesus Christ, like that thing, I'm just using that after you get out the movies is crazy. But yeah, man, let's lock in for 2025 and see what we have for the year of 2025. We got some good movies. I will be doing the most anticipated here soon because I have a lot to talk about with that. So definitely comment down below. Unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I want y'all to hit me up on all my social medias at I Like Scary, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.